Hello again. I just wanted to produce a video now and again to complement my blog. A lot of people are asking me questions about the process of blogging and growing a blog and being a blogger. And for me, that was an interesting thing to get into the nitty-gritty of, but it took me a while. I mean, I've been doing 8 or 9 months worth of proper blogging, and I've only just kind of got to grips with how you do that reasonably well, how you keep it all together, how you don't lose interest and keep your focus and all those different things. And when I first started to properly get my blog up and running, I paid for a membership of a blog rather than a free version, which I'd been using basically to do random poems or now and again reviews. I wanted to make it more of a permanent thing and something where I was going to put input in 4 times a week or 3 times a week or whatever I could manage. And when I started to do that, I researched all of these YouTube videos and things that said, you need a definite niche. Now, I would say that I've done okay and my blog is growing nicely, but I don't have a definite niche. I always say that my blog is about books and the environment and reviews to do with entertainment, because I would talk about the theatre, I would talk about movies and TV programmes, and I will also get sidetracked about anything lifestyle that really affects me or my friends and they want to talk about. I'll even talk about how to get writing, how to improve your reading, the quality of your reading. So I don't like the idea, myself personally, of just sticking to one niche, and it hasn't held me back. So my blog, I would say the 3 themes are books, very bookish, entertainment, which can be all sorts of things, and current affairs. And also I always have kind of in my heart an environmental interest. So I think the environment and climate change is super important. So I want to talk about that and hopefully give a balanced view whilst, presenting the fact that it is urgent, and I don't think anyone can deny that. But anyway, let's not get started on that. So I am doing a blogging tip video now very briefly, and I wanted to share my first 2 big tips. And one of them is, don't obsess over niche. Do something you want to write about, produce the goods that you are interested in. Don't chase something that you're not interested in, and don't try and hone everything in just for the sake of it. I was trying to do that and I thought, I really want to do a TV review. I've seen something I really want to write about, or something's happened in my life that's made me feel stressed. I want to write something about stress. I don't want to be held down, and it really doesn't hold you back. So what you write about obviously might impact in terms of revenue at some point with adverts, because obviously technology earns more money, people talking about technology and selling things like that. But everything has a place and a popularity and accessibility, and I want to be in a community of people that are honest with each other. And if you're going to be honest, you've got to write about things that you care about. So for me, your interest has to come through. And if you're not interested and you're just writing because you think, oh, someone's told me I have to write an article about dogs, I'm a cat person anyway, but hey, I've got to write about dogs because someone will give me a little sponsorship or something. Well, it just doesn't work. It's not believable, and you're not really being honest. So you kind of have to look for material that you can put your heart into, or like me, maybe create some fiction. I like to write the odd poem still, and I talk about anything that really grabs me and gets me worked up and fascinated and wanting to start a conversation. Anyway, I'm talking really quickly. I'm not going to do any posh editing on this video. I'm just going to get through the 2 points. The second point being, the power player for me, no matter what you hear about other things that you could use to promote your blog, Twitter is the best friend of a blog. Twitter is a business tool which is free and accessible, and people are there that want to promote things like writing and blogs. So if you use Twitter well, you can benefit from it. And I was thinking, do people really want to see my feed saying, look at my blog, look at my blog, look at my blog? And actually realised that after a couple of minutes, that tweet is lost forever. You get that engagement that's there. You might get some retweets that follow it up later, but putting it out again is no great harm, because many people will miss it the first time round and they'll be scrolling and scroll past it, but they might pick it up the second time. They may even take an interest the third time. So if you want to use TweetDeck to program those times when your tweets come out, if you want to do the same thing and retweet it, so what? It's your Twitter and it's not hurting anybody, and it might benefit you. I've had people before that have not seen a tweet a few times and then said to me, oh, I'm glad I saw this, it's really helpful, it led me to an article that I liked. And I know that's the case, and my friends have said this as well. So Twitter is a great agency for putting information out there and making people able to access writing, and in our case, blogs. So yeah, those are my 2 top tips. I hope I made them really clear. So go for what you're interested in. Don't be pushed into a niche. Don't be told what to write. And the second one is utilize Twitter. Use the promotional strands on there. Jump onto other people's writers' lists. Go for it. Be proud of your work. Let people know about this thing that you are doing, that you're putting so much effort into. Thank you for listening. I hope that you might like or subscribe this video. It's my first blogging tip video. I've got other things on here on my YouTube channel to do with books and reviews.